What's your best argument against Christianity?
Wait, you wanted to debate me? Do you have a proposition?
Yeah, that's what I didn't say what the debate's gonna be. I just said I want to debate you. So I'm asking,
Okay, well,
what's your best
presumably there's like
argument
a
against Christianity?
proposition.
Convolution?
No, usually there's like a debate proposition. Something that,
I
like,
don't
Like
have one.
something you disagree about, presumably.
So what is there
Well,
to
they call
dispute?
me a defender, so I'm here to defend, not to offend.
Defender of what proposition?
yeah, what's the proposition?
Well, I'm more of a defender of attacks. So like, you'd make a proposition against Christianity, and I defend that attack.
What? What is going on? So you came up here to like force me to attack a random part? I mean, do you have
Exactly
anything?
what I did.
Okay, well,
Wait, so is there some proposition that you disagree with J Mike about?
Oh, I have a proposition that
I don't
J
know. Does
Mike
he
would be
think the
willing to
Christian God is
defend.
immoral?
you said you wanted to debate me. Presumably you had something in
Okay,
mind.
okay.
That's the
Do you
reason
think
why
the
I'm
Christian God
confused.
is immoral?
What?
Is
I
it
don't,
even a
really- I don't
proposition?
really,
What is
I
it?
don't,
What if it's?
I don't really care about that. That's not like an interesting
Okay. Do
debate
you
to me.
think there's contradictions in the Bible?
Yeah, of course there are. But I don't care about that either. It doesn't make Christianity
Well,
false.
that we could debate that, and then you'll get intellectually dominated by me.
Okay, Luke 1, birth of Jesus, Matthew and Luke. Luke, I think it's Luke 1:1 and Matthew 1:1. Luke, that's like, well, I mean, are you wanting like, because like I'm talking at least, I want to be clear, like in terms of the contradictions, like, I'm
Where
talking
two
about
things
this contradiction.
categorically can't be true simultaneously.
Yeah, sure, and presumably like we need data to assess like when a ruler existed, right?
What
I
do
mean,
you
I
say?
can just lay it out. I'll just lay it out for you. Jesus' birth, like it's not compatible in Matthew's account and Luke's account for when Jesus is born, because when Jesus is born in Luke's account, it's during a census under Quirinius, which would have taken place about 4 AD after King Herod's death, and in Matthew he's born, which would have had to take place during the reign of King Herod, which would be like 4 BC, right? And King Herod died like 1 BC, and so there's a discrepancy. It can't be true that the both accounts have Jesus' birthday correct.
So
So
give it to me verse by verse how the conclusion
I
is
think it's
that.
Luke 1. I'm laying in my bed, but I think it's Luke 1:1 and Matthew 1:1.
Well, I'm
So
dude, you just got like 500 times nerdier. I've never heard that in my entire life.
but anyway, so I don't know if you care about that or if you just care about like the content. Because I'm not interested in that debate, because you can reconcile that stuff pretty easily if you work hard enough. But you can't reconcile, given our best data on when someone reigned and when someone was purported to be born.
Well, I mean, I think obviously the scripture is probably being misread by you and doesn't teach that he was born on different days. So if we can assess the scripture, we'll see how they
It
agree.
says it in Matthew. It says during the reign of King Herod, right? And in Luke, which Luke's account can't be correct, it's during the reign of Quirinius, which was after the kingship was divided into a tetrarchy. I can't know if that's how you pronounce it. He was a tetrarch, right? So like Herod Antipas, for example, was a tetrarch. So when like the land was divided up, and so it can't be true, right? Because under that rulership was that divide was only prompted after Herod's death, right? And so the reign under Quirinius would have been taken place during that tetrarchy. So they're incompatible, right, with what we know in archaeological data. This is why scholars just don't agree with Luke's account, and that I think it's wrong. Right? So that's a contradiction.
Well, I'm
Right?
not familiar with this. But what if
You have two dated.
could it be true that they were co-ruling?
Sorry.
Could it be true that they were co-ruling?
Well, the case that you'd have to make was that it's compatible to have such a census during Herod's death, but that's going to be really hard to do, especially if you haven't like immersed yourself in this. And
Well,
you could just like
I
literally
want you
look
to
at like
show
a
me the scripture where it specifically
Wikipedia
says.
even like
Show me the
has this
scripture where
little
it
word.
specifically says this was during either ruler's time. Jesus' birth in both accounts.
Sorry, what was the question?
Show me where the scripture makes it clear that one
I
person is
I
saying
gave you
he
the
was born
verses.
under
Just
this rule.
take the Bible off your shelf.
Okay, give me the verses.
It should be Luke like 2:1 and Matthew 2:1, I believe, or 1:1. I can't remember.
2:1. Let's go to Luke 2:1. And the angel of the Lord appeared to him, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid." Is it that one?
I'll have to let me get my fucking Bible out. Get out of my bed.
Matthew 2:1, Luke 2:2.
It's the birth of, just Google the birth of Jesus. I mean, I have to back out of my phone to do it, so let me just do that.
Quirinius was governor of Syria, and then Matthew 2:1. Matthew 2:1.
I guess it's 1:2, I think.
Now, when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king,
See,
behold,
there you go.
yeah, the
Right.
rulers have two different places.
Okay, well now go to Luke.
I'm in Luke. Luke 2:2. It says Quirinius was the governor of Syria.
Yeah.
Syria and Bethlehem. Bethlehem
Yeah.
was in a separate state from Syria.
Yeah, he didn't rule until after Herod died, right? Because you couldn't have such an arrangement. There were, I can't remember if it's like Diocletianic arrangements. I don't remember the right language. This has been a long time since I looked at this. But you don't, like, this is a subsequent event, right? You don't get the addition of tetrarchs, of different rulers, until after that death, right? And so they're incompatible, right? You can't, like, you couldn't square it away. You'd have to make the case that such a rulership existed, but then you'd be contradicting the kingship, right? There's a difference between kingship and tetrarch. And a really good example of this is in Matthew and Mark, because Matthew has a copy of Mark. In the story of John the Baptist, when he's beheaded, he changes King Herod's name to tetrarch, right? The same exact story. He changes the kingship to tetrarch, which is a smart move because he's writing later. He's familiar with what we know as antiquity. He's familiar with the rulership, and so he knows that's the right move to make. And he makes a mistake in Matthew 14:9. He says the king was deeply grieved. It's a phenomenon called editorial fatigue. It's when the source that you're using, you end up weaving into your source and accidentally pull from the language from the source that you're using. And in this case, he's weaving into Mark's language, calling him a king. And so there's direct. The authors already can see this distinction. The gospel authors, right? That's why Matthew makes the change. So this is a really hard thing to reconcile. This is why
I don't see how they couldn't be ruling at the same time.
Well,
I don't see how they couldn't be ruling at the same time.
I just gave you an argument, so you can't just say I can't see it. What do you not understand?
Yeah, I don't. Your argument doesn't follow. You're assuming that they couldn't be ruling at the same time because there was only one tetrarch. There can be one tetrarch and another.
No. There's, look, the
yeah, that's how feudalism works. You're not
understanding.
You're not taking away from any kingship. They're still rulers.
Yeah.
Separate states.
Okay, you're not understanding, right? Where the division of the kingship is, right? Like after King Herod's death, right? It doesn't exist prior. There's no reign of Quirinius under Caesar Augustus at that time, right? That would have been placed at 4 A.D. Right?
Yeah, I just say that's not true.
Herod died in like 1 BC. You can just Google it, right? I don't even have this up. This is in my head.
Yeah, I don't care what Google says. I don't believe it.
Okay, well, look, when I say Google it, I'm telling you to look up like scholarly sources.
I don't care what they say. Do the Christian sources say
that?
I
don't care to debate you if you don't give a fuck about like what. Well, if you don't care about a critical account, then what can I do? What can I do? Like, look, anything that I could point out to you, doesn't matter what the content is. Like, the form of your response is just going to be like, I don't care.
Okay.
Okay, then what the fuck's the point of debating? You get the fuck out of here.
So you're mad that you're getting cooked now. It's okay.
How am I getting cooked?
It's okay. JMI, calm down.
You just were like, I don't care. I like incredulity.
JMI, control yourself. Okay.
Okay, let's just change the topic.
Hold on a second. Do you take Josephus to be a credible source when citing sources for Jesus?
Sometimes, not always.
Not always. So the two instances that Josephus mentions Jesus as a proof that Jesus existed, you don't take that to be any evidence that historical Jesus existed?
I wasn't listening. Say that one more time.
Well, pay attention, because I don't like repeating myself. I said the two
Well,
instances.
if I tell you to, you're gonna repeat yourself. So just do as you're told. Don't talk back. Go ahead.
No.
Kason.
Do you want to debate me on whether or not God exists? No, where'd he go?
Oh, yeah, good. Thank God that.
I don't know. That was weird.
Bring
I
it
mean,
back, bring it
he
back,
forced
bring it
something
back.
out of me, but I mean, I was like, I don't know. What do you want? Contradiction.
I mean,
Wait,
well,
bring it back.
Josephus
I was
is the one that mentions.
Yeah, have
you know,
Amdir
the life
debate him.
of Herod
Let's
that
see him
died
win.
in 4 AD.
Hey,
Undefeated.
come back up, Naka. Let's
I don't know
talk
if that guy
about-
was serious.
Hey, let's talk about whether or not God exists, though.
Yeah, see what happens, Naka? You get the fuck off the panel
Yeah,
when
that'd be
we
great.
decide. It's not the
That would have been more fun. I mean, but he wanted to talk Bible stuff. I was like, all right. I mean, you can force something out if you want, but it's not going to go well for you. I promise.
No, yeah, the Bible
My
stuff
bad.
is boring.
I kicked
I mean,
him.
look, I find it interesting. I really do, but I know that other people don't. And so it's
Jason, can you invite him back up? I want to talk to him.
Yeah, I kicked him because I thought I wasn't listening entirely, and Jim said my name. I thought he said something like out of line, so I was like, oh.
I didn't say anything out of line. I don't know why I was kicked. I
Always
think it's
being
because
obnoxious.
I might be of a darker skin complexion, so these people don't like me. because
That's
of my racial background.
That's
Wow.
probably why I would kick you, but it's not my platform. So
Yeah, I wouldn't bring it
anyways,
back
That's
after
funny.
that.
You think being racist
you're like
is
some
funny.
sort of a theist, right?
I am.
Yeah. Do you have like an argument that God exists?
I felt him.
You felt him?
I did.
Do you know what an argument is?
Oh my God. No, look, let's
I
just
didn't
be generous
answer your
and
question,
regiment
though.
that to conditional.
I chose
if he felt
to
him,
not
then
answer
God
your
exists.
question.
I just asked you a question, and
answered it.
I asked you, do you
I
have an
never said
argument?
statement. I said
And
that.
instead
I
of
said
saying
that. I
yes or
felt him.
no, sorry. Instead of saying yes or no, you said I felt him. Do you
Yeah.
think that tells me whether or not you have an argument that God exists?
No, because I chose.
No,
I
it
chose
doesn't.
to say
So how about instead you
of
answer the
saying that
question?
I have
So I'll ask the
an
question
argument, I'm just
again,
saying I
and
felt him, so
hopefully
I
you
know
can
for
open
sure.
your ears and listen this time. The question was, do you have an
I
argument?
think you
God
should be the one to
exists?
listen to me,
Is
and
that
I
a
did
yes or
hear you
no?
actually.
Sorry,
I
I'm
made it
not
clear
hearing a
that I
yes or
did not
no.
answer the question.
Sorry, I'm not hearing a yes or no.
And I
Do you have an
forgive you.
argument?
I'm
God
glad that you're
exists?
apologizing, and I forgive you.
Sorry,
But
I'm
I'll answer the
not
question.
hearing a
Matt, do you
yes
have
or
an
no. I'm
argument?
still not hearing a
I'll
yes
answer
or
the
no.
question.
Oh my
If you
god.
control yourself, I'll answer the question.
I'm still not hearing a yes or no.
Yeah, okay. If you stop talking, you might hear it. So
All
the
right, go
answer
ahead.
is it doesn't matter if I have an argument because I felt him.
No,
So
sorry,
I'm
that's
gonna
not a
let
yes
you
or
answer.
no. I don't want you to open your mouth if it's not going to be an answer to my question. Is that a yes? You have an argument for God, or no, you don't? Yeah, okay, so this guy's just conceding.
No, I'm not. I said.
No,
I
I'm
said
not.
you
No, I'm
said don't
not.
open your mouth if you don't have a yes or no answer, and I didn't open my mouth.
You just got
So
kicked
do you
off.
look? This is an easy question. Look, literally anybody could answer this question. Do you have an argument for God? Either you have one or you don't.
Just because you can do something that doesn't mean you should, man. So you
Wait, who said
can chop a
anything
finger off
about
doesn't mean
just
you should.
because you can doesn't mean you should? Are you talking to the
Descriptive and
voices in your
normative
head, or
aren't
are
the
you
same
talking
thing,
to
man.
me? All I'm asking is,
buddy.
do you have an
Descriptive
argument?
and normative aren't the
I'm
same.
not
thing.
even asking you to give an argument. I'm just asking, do you have one?
The
I
best,
wanna
the
answer the
best,
question.
Amdir, look, the best thing about this guy dripped down his mom's thighs. So this is not even like really worth.
I really bet his mom regrets.
Did this incel that hasn't
not
showered in like
swallowing him
14 weeks
when
really
he
just
had
say
the
that to me?
Look, man,
Are you
just
serious?
answer the
Do you think your
question.
mother's happy with
I don't
you?
know. You're dodging a binary question. It's
Do you
like
think your
not that big
mother's
a
happy
deal.
with you? Be honest.
Do you think that you like look good to the audience when you like run as fast
didn't
as you
run.
can
Just
from a
answer the
question and
question.
then try to run
Okay,
rhetoric
at least I
after you
can
run
run.
from a
You're
question?
fat, buddy. You have to wobble away. Like a penguin.
Like, insulting might work if you're actually winning the debate. Insulting doesn't make you look
You
good when you're
insulted me
just
first.
losing.
You insulted
It's
me
not even
first.
rhetoric. He's just
Like, you know that you
spurging,
can handle.
like some spurred commentary.
But the thing is, I forgive you like my Lord forgave me. You know.
Okay, look,
God
do you
bless
have an
everyone.
argument?
Is it-
Yeah or no?
Look, can you pray and ask God to give you an argument?
I have one. I just don't want to give it to you
Oh, you don't. You have one. You just don't want to share it.
because I don't think you deserve it.
Okay. All right. So he has an argument. He just doesn't want to share it. Got
Okay,
it.
ask nicely and I'll give it to you.
Can you please give me an argument? I'm on my knees begging for one.
Yo,
This is
guy's
evidence
a
he doesn't
cuckold,
have.
bro. So
For my
everybody just
prior
made
Isn't
it
it,
results,
up.
Peter?
like,
Wait, hold on.
suspect.
Isn't it Peter 3:15 that instructs you that to be ready and to defend? Is it Peter 3:15? Could
I'm
someone
ready.
Google that?
I'm ready.
Okay, well then go ahead. Then stop failing in front of Jesus.
No, I'm ready to get on top of horseback and defend it. But
Okay,
this is-
look,
this is
Jesus
anything to defend.
Jesus is extremely disappointed. He's not going to bring you up in the
No,
rapture.
he's
going to
not.
leave
I
you
don't think
behind.
Jesus
Give the
cares
argument.
if some smelly atheist insults him.
All right, okay. I don't really understand. Are you going to give the argument or no?
J Mike, you know why I joined? Because I could smell you from the other live I was in.
You see
I
how
knew
he
you were in
just
here, so I
dodges?
joined. I hunted you down.
Wait, he said he's about to get on his horse and give the arguments. So let's let that happen.
No, I said I'm gonna ride on horseback and
How do you know
I'll
God
start my
didn't
war.
how do you know God didn't put you on this live to be able to give the good news to us and convert us? And right now you're failing.
And I'm failing, man. God forgive me. Stuff for a
Failing
living.
Jesus. That's great.
Just to be clear, I agree
all
with the
failing.
proposition he's a failure.
We're all failing in front of Jesus.
Yeah, but not all of us are
I
like
don't
failing in
grant
an
you that
embarrassing
proposition, by
manner.
the way.
No, you're failing worse.
So
Because
like,
I'm
so
Yeah,
yeah,
also, to be clear, I don't grant you
because
I
that.
can
I'm
grant
handsomer
that
than
like
you, I'm
I can
taller than you,
grant
I'm
that maybe
stronger
we're
than you,
failing worse, but
I
like
smell better
there's a
than you.
difference between failing and like failing in an embarrassing manner. What you're doing is failing in an embarrassing manner
No, I'm
because
not.
you're like a fool of yourself on the internet.
I'm pretty sure
Well,
these
look,
25
you
people
are,
are
but you're
very,
just
very
socially
interesting.
inept and you can't recognize it.
Good job unmuting yourself, Mr. Token Black Guy, with a bunch of white people. You know, I'm sure they'll accept you. I'm sure you'll
What?
become a white man now.
The true colors come out now.
I'm sure you're one of them, Rooster.
Are
sure
you
you're one of them,
like are you like Serbian Orthodox? Or
Rooks are
something?
catching strays. He didn't even unmute.
Ruxer didn't.
Oh, that
Ruxer
was
didn't even talk.
You're just emotional. Look at you.
Who was that?
Fuck.
There was a voice in your head,
J
probably.
Mike. I swear to God, bro, I've
Or
known
me.
who you are for 2 years, and I've never seen you ever slightly look clean. Do you not shower, bro? You always look
I
stupid.
mean, you can come stiff my asshole if you want.
I did look, and you look like you smell like.
Is this the best you got? This is like what toddlers say to each other.
Bro's comeback
Yeah,
is I did look at your asshole. That's the comeback.
Like the content, like you're smelly. You smell like that's what fucking 5-year-olds say. You
Who
realize
said
It's
that's
just
my
like-
argument? That's not
like,
my
look,
argument.
you're not giving an argument, and you've resorted to you smell. That's
I was
literally.
gonna give you one, and then you guys started aping out. So I don't know if you wanted it.
I'm still sitting here waiting.
Okay,
Dude,
so
we're all
argument
chill
for
at
God.
repetitively asking
and,
you
I
if you have an
might smell
argument.
because I have like your girl's pussy juice all over my lips, and that's bad. So
Of course you eat pussy. Of course.
and it's tasty.
That's a
And
compliment.
what I eat.
Do you swallow dick or something?
Oh my god.
No, I wanted him to
Did he
answer.
say? Did you say?
Good
While
question.
we're at the high school,
Did you say that?
I want to play a part.
Did he just make it seem like eating pussy was a bad thing? Did I just hear that?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. Yeah, he's
Really?
like,
I didn't hear that. Wow, that's terrible.
yeah, that's
You
probably.
give that sermon every Sunday, brother.
I was waiting for the argument. I was sitting here patient.
Why was I catching strays? What the fuck was up
You're
with that?
you're
I
just
don't-
a token.
I don't know.
No, I don't know how old Case
Person,
is.
bro.
Maybe we should. Maybe
I think
bro,
he
I don't
heard
know
you.
how old Case is.
I mean, no, he heard me
No,
and he
like-
thought I was you.
Oh,
I don't know
he
how.
says he's ready. He says he has the argument and he's ready to give it. Do you want to bring him up and see if he'll give it?
It took him long enough to Google that.
We'll see. I'll let him up.
Let's see if if the argument just is forthcoming. Like if the first thing out is an insult, then it's not worth it. If the first thing out of your mouth, out of his mouth, is an argument.
saying I'm too young.
Let it be
Okay,
the last
so-
chance, please.
Can you go to
I
Genesis
assume
8?
everyone's over.
Hey,
18.
Mike, let's listen to
Yeah,
the
J Mike,
argument.
hush your boy. Hush your boy. So go to Genesis 8:4 for me, please.
Sorry, what's premise one of the argument?
Who
Oh
said
my
it's a
God.
syllogism?
Well, like I just
We
take
never said it's a
arguments to
syllogism
be-
either.
Look, yeah,
Then
like
why would I
it
give
could
you
just be.
premises, fool? Just follow along.
Well,
Wait,
there
you-
could be premises and like non-syllogistic arguments.
So you're gonna give a premise and no conclusion?
You know you can
No.
have a formal argument
That's
that's not a
syllogism.
syllogism, right? No, that
If there's
isn't.
premises and a conclusion, that's categorically a syllogism.
No,
No, that's not.
when people talk about
Yeah,
syllogism,
it is.
they talk about something having like two premises and a conclusion.
Well,
you
look,
can have like a formal
You can
argument
have
that
four
has,
premises
Yeah, look.
and four conclusions.
Hold on,
fool. Yeah.
Knack, real quick. Seifu Lee, PhD logician, Graham Priest. I can name a couple. The way they actually cash out a syllogism is a two-premise argument with a conclusion.
I don't care. Those guys are nerds.
Oh,
bro.
so
I'm
just
not
to
like
be clear, the standard, I'm pretty sure ICP would also agree, but the standard semantics for what, satisfies a syllogism is a two-premise formal argument, deductive argument. So, yeah. So you can have a formal
not
argument
everyone
that's
you
not a
point
I
out.
syllogism.
don't care.
We don't need it to be two premise argument. We just are asking for an argument. Just a formal argument.
I'm giving it to you, but it's gonna be mysterious until I get to the point. So go to Genesis chapter 8,
It's
verse
gonna
4.
start with you asking us a question. It's gonna start
No,
with
it's
you
not.
like laying out a
No, it's
premise.
not. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna give you a
All
history
right.
lesson. Go to Genesis 8:4. Like
That's not how the argument's not going to start with me opening up a book. Like I want to hear the
That's
first
how it's
premise.
gonna start.
What do you
Listen,
think,
bro? Imagine it like this. Imagine I'm taking you by the hand and
What do you
riding
think
off
an
into the
argument is?
sunset. We're riding off
No,
into the sunset.
we should just
together.
move him down, to be honest.
I'm guiding you through it.
Both of our time. Like, let's make
I'm not
sure that
wasting
you
your time.
actually
Go to Genesis
understand what I'm
chapter
asking you
verse
for,
4.
because it sounds like you don't understand what it is I'm asking you for. What do you think I'm asking you for when I ask for an argument?
I don't need to fulfill all your commands, man. So,
What do you think? What do you think that I'm asking you for when I ask you for an argument?
A reason that Christ is Lord, and I'm giving it to you. Genesis
No.
And by
8:4.
reason, what do you think you mean by reason?
Justification, merit, nigga. I don't care. Go to
You
Genesis
just
8:4.
synonyms?
Yeah, go to Genesis 8:4.
Okay, yeah.
You can read it. You can read it out if you want.
Just
I don't
put
know
it
how
in
to
the
read.
premise.
I read it in Armenian. I don't.
You don't know how to read?
I read it in Armenian. I don't speak English. I mean, I don't read English.
You don't speak. Okay.
I don't read English.
Well,
How did you know my name was?
presumably,
you want
if
me
you
to
know what
read
it, presumably if
read
you
it in
know what it
Armenian?
says, presumably
I'll
if
read
you
it
know
in
what it says
Armenian.
in Armenian and you know how to speak English, you can just tell us what it means, what it's
Yeah,
saying
why
in
don't you read it
English.
yourself, buddy boy?
Paraphrase it. Paraphrase it and just put it as a premise.
This guy's a fucking moron.
Shut your
Buddy
mouth, J Mike.
boy.
Before I shut it for you.
Look,
What
I
is
mean,
this, like, 60 IQ
I
Phil?
don't know. It's at the point where it's like, I know children's smarter than this guy, so it just feels.
Yeah,
so
I know.
wrong
He's like
to
60
jump on him.
IQ.
Can I ask you a
And
question?
J Mike, you're like 60 years old, pal. So who's your mentor, man?
I'm 60.
Yeah, you're old.
Damn, I've been living a long. That's oh my god.
Me, I'm a young buck, bro. I'm only 19. And I'm already the most intellectual person on this panel. So go ahead.
Alright, bro.
Brother,
Well, to be
Go to
clear,
Genesis
I'm
8:4.
to be clear, I'm 18 and I'm smarter than you. So.
brother. Listen to me. You are a fucking idiot.
No, I'm not.
You are.
Can you
How
prove
about
that?
it? How about if I
Yes.
just give like
prove
You
it.
just demonstrated it like the whole entire time. You came
No, you're
up
just
here
begging the
and said
question.
debate me, and then I asked you what the debate proposition
Yeah,
was,
and then I won.
and you were like,
you said,
"What the
and then you
fuck
said
is that?
verbatim, I'm not going to debate you because you realize that you're no match for me, pal.
Like you're a fucking joke." Like,
Just to be clear,
millions and millions of
I'm
sperm,
younger
and
than
you're
this
the one
guy.
that won. I can't imagine how dumb the other sperm were.
J Mike,
Nak, just to be clear, I'm
looking at
younger
your
than you, and I
TikToks
do have
right now.
justification that
I
I'm like
see the home you live
smarter than
in.
you.
I see the condition of your beard, the condition of your hair, the condition of your greasy skin.
Bro, why do
You
you
have
keep
no
making
right to
fun
speak
of
to me.
him?
What is this?
What is?
Weird, man. Like stalker level.
Okay, can we move him down?
This is weird. Are you in my bed right now? Because I'm laying in it.
No, this is good. This is good. Keep going.
I
ran
don't
out
think
of
this
insults.
is.
I want to hear. No, I want to hear like what the next point is. So wait, what was that
Go to
verse?
Genesis 8:4.
I can't. I don't have anything in front of me. Can you just read it to me?
Okay, then. Okay, I'll read it to you. Jashtam morat patsin bozitaga kunem lavet ayagar kitsanum. So basically, what this verse is saying is that Noah's Ark rested on the mountains of Ararat. That's what it's saying.
Okay, so premise 1, Noah's Ark rested on the Mount of Blood. Okay, what's premise 2?
So premise 1 is that Noah's Ark rested in the mountains of Ararat. Premise 2 is that anthropology shows that human life originated from Armenia. Conclusion: the Bible is divine by virtue of knowing something it couldn't know.
Invalid
So
argument
that
already. It's
conclusion doesn't
invalid.
follow from those premises.
Yeah, it does.
So what inference rule do you
it's
think is
overtly
being used there?
invalid.
How could they know human life originates
Yeah,
from
look,
Armenia?
look.
No. Do you know what validity is, dumbass?
What are you talking about?
Do you know?
Yeah,
do you know how to?
If I have,
You don't know what
so like
validity
if I have a premise, the premise, the argument is this. So Noah's Ark rested on this mountain. Anthropology shows human life originated in this area. Conclusion: the Bible is divinely inspired by God. So
Yeah, because
notice,
they knew. Because and the Armenians have a tradition that proves Noah was a real person.
Notice that notice that the form of the argument is just two unrelated sentences and then like a third unrelated sentence. There's no connection.
They're not unrelated because there's no possible way they could have known, but they knew.
Sorry,
my God.
the form of the argument is P, Q, therefore R. There's no connectives between the premises and the conclusion.
He's saying
Yeah, the
nonsense
connection is
with
they couldn't know something
a
that they
crazy
knew.
invalid argument, and now he's shifting to like
He
some
did the
random modal
impossible.
claim.
Okay, Define doing something impossible. It's doing something you can't do. The Jews did something they
It's a
couldn't do,
synonym.
so they
That's
did
not
impossible.
That's a
It was
modal
divine.
expression, dumbass.
I don't understand
If I
what's
say
wrong with
like
this guy.
something impossible is just something you cannot do, I mean that's just a synonym.
I know. It's
Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
that's
good job there.
definitive. That's definitive. How is that not definitive?
Well, it's just not informative.
Yeah,
It
you
is
didn't add any content.
Okay, so when something is possible, this person has the facility to complete said operation. When something is impossible, said person does not have the facility, meaning for them to do said operation,
What modal?
there's a
What
necessary third
modal
party.
scope are you specifying?
Moral scope.
Modal
Modal.
scope.
So like,
Oh,
are you say when you
I
say
don't
it's
do- I don't
impossible,
do
are you saying it's
metaphysics. I
logically
don't-
impossible, physically impossible? Like, what are you saying?
What's the sense of impossibility?
I'm saying, given the conditions, they couldn't have done that without something
Yeah, but
else.
could
Yeah,
it?
Wait, but
couldn't
why are
have
you?
done that.
Wait,
Doesn't
why are you
inform you of
guys?
anything,
Why are you
dumbass.
guys?
Yeah, it
Why are you
does.
guys getting clarity on the modality thing? It's not like him reifying the modality is going to make the argument like any more valid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
is.
even sure. I'm not even sure that like.
Well, he doesn't even know what validity is. We have to go that whole like this guy is
Validity
so
of what?
lost.
That human life originated from Armenia?
Yeah, like what scholarly article mentions or what research mentions that life?
I'll give you their names. Hold on. Excuse me, sir, while I'm looking for it, could you please not breathe so heavily? It's actually making me uncomfortable. Thank you.
Yeah, shut
It's like three lions playing with a mouse.
This has been crazy to watch.
I have some.
Do you want to hear my
suggestions.
argument for atheism?
He's paused.
Yeah,
Wait.
The scholar's name is
Premise-
Vyashchezhny Ivanov.
Premise 1, there's snow on Mount Vesuvius. Premise 2, some hikers hiked up Mount Vesuvius. Conclusion, God doesn't exist.
I think you're intimidated by my argument, and that's
Is the
why you
argument
failed to address
invalid?
it.
Wait.
You're-
Is the,
yeah,
is the
Like
argument
fucking invalid arguments. I'm like, oh my god, there's an invalid argument. I can accept all the premises and deny the conclusion. Oh, it's terrifying. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so
I just want to get
did the
clear, since
Jews-
this guy doesn't know validity or natural
So,
deduction. Is
did
the
the
argument
Jews-
that
did the
Amdir
Jews-
provided invalid?
This is how we'll do it. Did the Jews have a facility to complete the
Nice dodge.
operation of knowing where human life originated? Answer the question.
I mean, you dodged mine, but
Jim, why
know
are
what
you
your
like
question
asking
was.
for a justification for premises when they like don't lead to the
I'm
conclusion?
asking you a question.
Yeah, let's
it's
not
not even
do
a hard
that.
question.
Just
Because
a waste
the
of
thing
time.
is, what I'm saying is categorically true, and you can't even deny it.
Doesn't
Something
matter.
is
I can just accept
impossible.
all your premises and deny the
Something is
conclusion because the
impossible.
conclusion doesn't follow from the premises.
Okay, is it impossible for them to know where human life originated at the time?
What? I don't need to take a position. Look, the point is that even if all your premises were true, the conclusion doesn't follow. What does
Okay,
nothing else
so-
matters here?
So,
By the way,
you
it's
want me
not
to prove
impossible.
So hold on. For one, it's true that the Jews did not have the facility to know this. So therefore, for them to know it, there would have to be something outside.
You're not
of the Jews.
understanding. Somebody could accept all the premises to your argument, get to what the conclusion that,
Yeah, and
that you're trying.
You
hold
said,
on, that
you
you're
said
trying
it's
to generate.
incoherent. I'm
Listen,
telling you how
listen,
it's
listen,
coherent.
listen,
No,
listen.
when I talk, you listen,
Listen,
buddy.
yeah,
Go
no,
ahead.
you know,
I'm telling
you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm gonna educate
don't know
you.
what
So you
you're
shut your
scared
mouth
to
and
answer the
fucking listen.
question.
Right, so you're gonna listen.
Answer the question.
So when you try to generate that conclusion with a set of statements, right, and given you don't know like what a formal like structure even is, like you just think you can just like make random statements and generate conclusions, which is hilarious, right?
random.
It's hilarious that you coincidentally think that it'll be like formally valid. And when it turns out it's not, right, someone can just come up to you, right, accept all the premises, right, deny the conclusion, and then you're just like, well, no, you have to accept the conclusion. No, I don't, dumbass, because you don't know shit about validity, right? Maybe if you had secured that part, I would be rationally committed to that conclusion. But I'm not, dumb fuck, because you don't know what you're talking about. So sit down and learn something.
So before I respond to what you just said, TikTok, take note. This guy's cursing and insulting. a
Cursing's allowed.
19-year-old boy.
I don't care.
So-
You came up here and
I'm
insulted.
saying- so
You
I'm
came
gonna
up
continue.
here and like
Shut your
said that
mouth
you had
and control yourself.
followed me
Daddy's
around for
talking.
2 years
Daddy's
and said that
talking.
I stink.
So what I was
Right? Like
doing
fuck
was I was
you. You're a piece of
pointing
shit. You're creepy, right? The thing
What's the
that
point of
weirds me out
even
is that you
calling-
said
Don't
you
mute
had been
me again,
following me
that's
around
gonna
for
be a
2
problem.
years. That's fucking weird, bro.
He was 17 when he was following you around. That's kind of weird, man. What's going on?
I wasn't following him around. I talked to you one time. You don't remember me. Jim, Mike, you know who E is?
Huh?
You know who E underscore is?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know who that is?
I know.
I know E.
Yeah. I talked.
I mean, I
you
might. I
one
just
time.
I don't remember usernames.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's why I remember you because I talked to you one time. That's why I wasn't following you around. And then the one time I talked to you, afterwards, I was looking at your profile and I kind of got sad because I'm like, damn, bro, this guy, you know, he's a pretty good debater, but he doesn't have a female. He looks kind of musty. He looks kind of
Bro.
poor.
I mean, that's fine. Look, all of that stuff can be
What?
true. I don't really care. Like, what is the
Yeah, I think you
what does
should
the
kind of
meta
care,
do to
man.
satisfy like the fact that you suck at this?
Suck at what, debating? I don't.
Yeah, like you should play Fortnite or something else. This is
I'm a
not for
master
you.
apologetic.
You're not. You don't even know what a valid argument is.
Well, you can't
Yeah,
even
you
address
don't.
my
You
valid
don't even
argument
know
because
what.
you don't know what a valid argument
Wait,
is.
what do you think
So that's
validity is? Just to get clear, since you
how
signed off on
trustworthy
the claim,
something
you
is.
know like what validity is. What do you think it is?
How true something
Standard.
is.
No, wrong.
No.
Then what's validity? Because did it change or something?
Yeah, validity deals
No.
with the grammatical structure of an argument.
Validity deals with the grammatical structure, right? Nigga, shut your nerdy ass up,
I'm an
bro.
R word.
Shut your
Yeah, you're an
nerdy-
R word.
I'm an R word?
Yeah, R word.
What's that? Hard ER? Or just
Okay,
He's
this
calling
guy.
you. He's
this
calling
is-
you. He's calling you a rigger.
a
no,
wigger?
Bro.
That's what I thought he was calling me, which is not very nice. And as
I'm
a
just
black
saying your
man, you should actually
educational
know.
level is not normal.
I'm just saying, bro. Me and Roaster, you know, I don't like that. Me and him, as people of color, are being disrespected right now. You know, being made to be less.
What he said.
Just to be clear, I'm Afro-Latino, but okay.
Yeah, but you're a white man. You're a white man in an Afro-Latino body.
I'm a white
You're
man?
like-
How did... Wait, what makes you
You're
think I'm a white
race-dysphoric,
man?
You think... Because you're like, you know, trans people are born in male bodies. You were born in a Latina...
No, wait, how do you know
Afro-Latino
I'm in a
body.
white body?
No, you're a white man in a not white body.
Yeah, that's what precisely what I'm asking. What makes you think I'm in a white body?
I just said you're not in a white body.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I think you missed the point of what I said. Because
Yeah, you
not,
think I'm a white
it's
guy
okay. Not
in
everyone
an
can be as smart as
Afro-Latino's
me.
body.
You can't track all conversations. It's all right. It's all right. I forgive you for your sins, like my Lord forgave me.
Is Rockster also
Wait, what's the argument that
white
your Lord
non-white
exists?
person's body?
Rockster is also a white
Yo,
man.
Knack, do you have an
in a
argument
not
for your
white
Lord existing?
body. Yeah, I'm giving it to
Hey,
you, but you don't want to address
yeah,
it.
what's the
I
argument?
predict the form of the argument will be like PQR, therefore.
Do you know what? Are you familiar? Are you
What's
familiar
the
with
point
the
of
inference
calling an
modus
argument?
morans?
The point was the Jews.
No,
knew
I'm
something
saying
they
what's the
couldn't
point of
possibly know.
arguing, like saying an argument without connectives is an argument. It's either going to be
There were
like a non
connectives.
sequitur or it's just going to be like a
It wasn't a
tautological.
non sequitur. They were connectives. You just didn't follow.
There, wait, what material operators did it use?
I don't know what that means.
Of course you don't.
Okay, yeah, so,
You know
so then
how,
don't
like-
make claims as connectives. Do you
So,
know
like,
which
hey,
connectives it used?
Material operator is?
Do you know what connectives it used?
In
Here, let
school,
me
did
name
they
them.
ever give you the like kind of example of an argument that's like all men are mortal, Socrates is a man, therefore Socrates is mortal?
That's too advanced.
Yeah,
That's first order calculus. He doesn't know what that is. He
I
doesn't even
took
know prop
calculus.
logic.
You took
See?
calculus.
He doesn't know what a proposition is.
Yeah, no.
Listen, bro. You guys can have your nerd out later, man. Address the argument. Genesis.
Look,
how
bro.
did you know?
This is addressing the argument. If I accept both premises, premise 1 and 2, then I can just deny the conclusion, and I'm not being irrational.
Exactly.
Okay, so if the conclusion is already entailed with the premises, you obviously
It's
can't.
not.
let
That's
the-
It's
that's
not
what I'm
entailed.
saying.
It's not
That's what I
entailed.
just went through. I just said
the
this to
premises
you.
are literally the premises are literally God did the impossible, or the
Wait,
premises
what do
are
you think?
the Jews
Wait,
did
what do you
the
think
impossible,
entailment
therefore
is?
God.
What do you think?
The
What do you
Jews
think
did
entailment
something
is?
impossible, therefore God.
What do you think entailment is?
When you tail it on to the main thing.
Okay, can we move him down? I'm done.
It's when you entail it on.
It's where you pin the tail. It's where you pin the tail on the premise.
You pin the tail on the argument.
This is so nerdy, bro.
I thought you were the most intellectual here.
Yeah,
At this
but
point,
Jack,
we're just
Jack.
bullying
This
I'm a
is
the
productive
mental.
because it's actually glorious. Like when you like spend the amount of time you do, and then you get someone like this to come up. It's actually pretty amusing. So it's pretty funny. It's just like you get like half of T Jump here to talk to.
He's a Reddit theist.
No, I'm not.
No, in terms of IQ points, you are, yeah. Under my norm, that's, yeah, you evaluate.
You know how nerdy you sounded when you said that?
Yeah, that's fine. It's better than being an R
every single
word.
female in the chat was wet while I was talking, and they just dried up after you started talking.
And
I think
okay.
they were
No.
wet because they were crying about how stupid you are.
Why
This dude
does
like genuinely scares me of getting
Kason,
suspended.
you keep ending the fun. This is like the most fun that I've had in weeks. Just
I
like
bet
wow.
it is.
This
I bet
is
it
really
is.
fun.
I bet it is. I just got my live privileges back. I can't keep risking it.
That
you're
Parkville was
good.
not
I was
live.
wondering how.
That means the conclusion is you put the tail on the premises.
Yeah, you couldn't tell in the front.
Bro, I'm gonna go back and cut that out.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's the greatest thing I ever heard.
What a fucking idiot.
That was definitely something.
Now, Monkey Boy, I'm not gonna lie, you got kind of cooked there.
Dude, I like how he was flexing that he was the youngest and the smartest while he wasn't the youngest and he was like the least smartest.
Well, besides Rockstar.
Damn, you gonna take that?
Alright, I gotta get rolling. Gotta
Yeah.
roll something for somebody.
I was supposed to head out probably about 20 minutes ago.
All right.
All right, word.